Welcome to our live training session number 22, part 4. In this video, we're going to take a look at mapping out the rest of our low cam of operation for fuel, ignition timing, and our cam angle tuning. We're going to have a lot to cover, so let's jump into our live training session so we can get started. Welcome back to our live training session here with our Supercharged 8th Gen Civic Si. Now in the last video, we took a pretty extensive look at tuning our wide open throttle on our 0-degree cam angle on the low cam. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at doing all the rest of our cam angle mapping here on our low cam. So going into the 10, 20, 30, and 40, doing the part throttle optimization for our fuel, and we'll look at our spark timing quickly. And then we'll also go take a look at our wide open throttle areas of operation and doing that tuning as well. So in the last video, we made sure that we mapped everything out. We have our knock sensitivity tables set up on our low cam. So we know that if we start to show knock, there's actually going to be some kind of activity going on. And in fact, that last pull, if we take a look at our graph here, taking a look, we started off that knock count at 20 on that last pull in our last video, and then we ended the pull here at 20. So we picked up no knock count. Even though we added a little bit more timing back into the table there, we were still good. So we raised up our knock thresholds in our sensitivity table enough that we were filtering out that generated false knock that happens on these Roots superchargers on the K series. So now that we've set that up, we're going to go here into our fuel table. I'm going to grab my 0-degree table, the entire table here. I'm going to highlight the whole table, Control C. I'm going to go into 10-degree table. I'm going to do Control V. I'm going to be pasting it. And we're going to find now that we're going to have all of the values that we found in our fuel for 0 and our 10. Now we need to go and tune this, but this is going to give us a good starting point. Now one thing I want to point out real quickly here is we're going to find probably right now when we do our pull, if we don't go and make any update changes to the fuel values in our table and we start to drive it, we're going to find when we get up to the higher load sections, especially in boost or at the columns 8, 9, and 10, if we're finding that we were copying and pasting that table and making no fuel changes, if we're making more power, we're going to be seeing that it leans out. That's actually going to need more fuel at it, and that's what I'm suspecting is going to happen here. If we find that it goes ahead and richens up, that's going to be meaning that if we jump the cam angle, that the cam angle is actually going to be making less power because in speed density mode, we'll find that anytime it leans out, that's going to indicate that we need to, we're going to have a power increase and we're going ahead and supplying it more fuel. That's going to be kind of guiding us in doing our tuning without a chassis dyno. Now we can use other things like our virtual dyno, which we'll be taking a look at in our EFI Advanced training course and also introducing into the Flashpro course here. At some point, we'll be taking a look at using the virtual dyno and using it during the tuning process if you don't have a chassis dyno available. But you'll be able to also evaluate your cam angle change. Moving from one cam angle to the other, if you're seeing it lean out in the higher load area, so columns 8 and higher, we're going to be seeing that that's going to indicate you're gaining power. If you see it richen up, that means that it's going to not be making power at that cam angle. You might have to drop it back to a lower cam angle. So kind of keep that in mind. It's very basic, but it will definitely guide you and point you in mapping out your cam angle without having a chassis dyno. So now that we've copied our fuel, let's jump into our spark table here. And let's go ahead and copy this as well. So column 1 through 20, I'm going to go copy, move into my column, or my 10-degree table here, I'm going to paste. But what I am going to do, and I talked about this before, let's go ahead and save this. I am going to go here and add 2 degrees